Heard you.
Boom shaka laka. You already know the vibery. It's Friday. It's KvN who run the city. It's T time. It's Big Fan Breezy. Shout out to everybody in the building. JJ Jackson on the early pull up. Leisha's in the building. Yeah, I mean King Ribby. I see you. Yeah, I mean what's good? What's good? Talk to me.
Shout to Barry, shout
Barry
to
is in the
Lee.
building. Yeah. Barry in the building. Facts. Uh,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shout to me, shout to Tea Time, you know what I'm saying? We got some basketball, we got some preseason, you know what I mean? I feel like it's long awaited. Shout to everybody that stuck close to us. We ain't do a lot of shows in the off season, I ain't gonna lie to you. But shout to everybody that's still rocking with us. Help this page grow. Let us get some subscribers, share it, you know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna do the work. But know this, that basketball is back. I'm excited about it. Preseason started. Games happen. Uh, and yeah, man. I seen Mikal Bridges get cooked. I'll start there just cause why not? You know what I'm saying? Melo Ball went past him like twice. I was like, look at him, man. This is the guy that they put faith in. This is the guy that they believe in. This is the guy that's supposed to replace DiVincenzo. Sad to see. If y'all rely on him to be that third option between Cat and what's his name, Jalen Brunson, I really don't see how it makes sense. And I remember when we was talking about as far as what we do with Cat. Again, I watched the early episodes, and you was talking to me about the cap space and how it was going to be hard to sign players when we was getting the big three, yada yada, right? All that, all relevant. And I think, wow, they didn't give Randall that bread, but gave it to Cat. So Cat and McCall got the biggest contracts? Cat and OG. If I'm building my team off of how you say a championship roster and the biggest contracts is Cat and OG, I don't know, man. On this side of the bridge, we just ain't confident like us on and y'all winning the championship. All I'm saying is we don't feel like it's gonna be no sweep. I made that bet with you last week, and I meant that shit, bro. Y'all not sweeping us, and it's like that, bro. Know that. Word. Telling
is
you
the
so like
plain
that. Y'all not
is
sweeping
the
us.
plain
That's a
land
fact.
is the plain land is the
Yeah.
plain land. Yeah, I
Yeah.
bet. First and foremost, that you clearly didn't see the game that we just played a couple nights ago against the Wizards. I did. I was in the building and I saw Mikal play miraculous defense, turning guys over left and right, getting out on a break, dunking the basketball. He played more defense that night than he played his whole entire time as a Brooklyn Net. Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful basketball watching Mikal on the court. And here you come and fix your filthy face and try to talk down about Manhattan Bridges. I'm not tolerating it. I'm not. You saw. So let me guess. Just because you saw Lonzo Ball, no,
LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo Ball get past
Mhm.
Mikal twice out of a whole game that they
Mhm.
only played a half. So all of a sudden he can't defend. But when I just saw him the game before the game. I was at the Garden watching him lock guys up, strip guys of the basketball, get on the break, dunk the basketball, hit open 3-point shots. I saw all that with my eyes in the Garden. And then you talking about, look, hold on, is this the same guy that was calling me a pocket watcher? Talking about pocket watching? Yeah, you watch tapes. I hope you remember watching
Yeah.
yourself call people a
Yeah.
pocket watcher. And
That was
now
me.
I'm about to school you. It wasn't about the bread while Randall got traded. Coach Tommy T said in the interview the need was for a center. If they had to fill a need at the center position, and that's why the trade happened. Now, if if you look at the timeline when the trade happened, it happened after the news that Mitchell Robinson was not going to be ready to start the season, and he probably won't come back into January. That's when the trade happened because we probably would have been ready to go into the season with our roster if Mitchell Robinson was healthy to start the season. Josh Hart just posted I don't know if it was an interview, but I just saw a tweet or something that said Josh Hart said blame Isaiah Hartenstein for the trade. Because if we had a center, if Hartenstein was still here, we don't make the trade for Cat. It wasn't about money. It was about filling the need for the center position because Cat, it wasn't about money for signing Julius Randle. Because if you look at the money that Cat made, Julius Randle wasn't going to get that money. It wasn't about the bread. So what you just said is effectively Cap, just rhetoric that you're running around with, trying to spew false narratives while you pocket watch. While you pocket watch over there in Brooklyn, over there, Brooklyn,
Oh
the
my
Brooklyn
goodness.
pocket watchers. That's what you, the Brooklyn pocket watchers. Yeah, that's what you was doing. You was calling us pocket watchers. Look at you pocket watching. Land the plane there.
Again, I think it's egregious. I mean, past nasty work for you to even debate this thing with Cat as far as contracts and him and OG. Now, them being the two biggest contracts, and you contrasted Kyrie and KD or Harden for that matter, or whatever they was going to do or didn't do, or whatever the case may be. But this is the scenarios. Again, Cat, I looked at the stats. I seen what he did with Tibbs and him having one of them best years because you said it on the last podcast and found out they got knocked out the first round in the playoffs. Again, like I said, not impressive. And the entire time the Wolves was complaining about size in the paint pause, it was because of Cat and him not wanting to be the center. So y'all all comfortable acting like Cat at the center means something. They ain't do shit for real. When they were together, Tibbs, when I say they, Tibbs and Cat, because that's me researching what you said to validate it to say whether or not it's Cap or not. So yeah, he might have put up good numbers, but when it came to the playoffs, they got knocked out the first round. Like I said, I'm not impressed. When it come down to Mikal Bridges, again, talking about all of a sudden, ain't no all of a sudden. He been bad on defense all last season. Well, all of a sudden, he got cooked by Anthony Simons. He got cooked by Trey Young. He scored 40 something, but Trey Young scored around the same amount of points. And it came down to the last shot, the last bucket. You know, the same way you said that it was luck when Cam Thomas did to Quentin Grimes. You know how many times they put Mikal Bridges on a defensive situation where he was the guy that was supposed to lock up and make sure that the dude is going to get stopped? Bro, they was making game-winning shots on Mikal Bridges on a regular basis, and you want me to act like I'm supposed to be comfortable? I ain't gonna lie to the Nets fans. The Nets fans listening to this all know it's true. They all know it's true. So don't tell me to believe in Mikal Bridges, and that's why the Knicks gonna be good. Because at the end of the day, that's your weak point. If anything, that's big pressure. When it come down to the Brooklyn Nets, let me tell all of the Brooklyn Nets fans how you beat the Knicks. When it come down to the Knicks, this is how you beat them. You get Cam Thomas to attack Mikal Bridges all night long. They're gonna have to double him, and if they don't double him, he's gonna go. He's going to cook them. He's going to cook them. That's it. They know they're going to put OG, their best defender, on Cam Thomas. Stop playing. They know they're going to pray everything. Anytime they in a huddle, I promise you, they doing everything in their best power to make sure that Mikal Bridges is not guarding Cam Thomas. That's a whole fact. And we could shift their whole defense because Mitch Robinson ain't gonna be there, and Cat far as him, he gonna be soft because he ain't gonna want to get in foul trouble because they gonna take him and put him on a bench. I'm telling you, y'all ain't sweeping us. Don't run around with that rhetoric talking about rhetoric and narratives. It's gonna be a narrative and a rhetoric. I told you it was 6 versus 4 when Mikal Bridges was a Brooklyn Net. Now that he over there and it's a 5 versus 5, y'all can't fuck with us. Y'all can't fuck with us. We had the record before Mikal Bridges came to the team. We had the record before Mikal Bridges came to the team. All he did, that's all the fuck he did, man. Fuck out of here, man. I'm not with none of that shit, man. Y'all not sleeping us. That's a fact.
Yo, you are a hilarious person. Whatever you take to start, whatever you took to start this show, man, I need some because you bugging. You're bugging. So let's start off with the fact where you talking about Cat getting bumped in the first round. He was the number one option on that team. Absolutely. And he was playing with Jimmy Butler, who was already checked out and worried about getting his paycheck more than he was about helping the team win. So yeah, they get bumped in the first round. And when we talk about him playing the center, he had one of his best defensive years, averaging almost 2 blocks a game. You know what I mean? When he was playing the 5. And then you want to talk about going to the playoffs and what he did in the playoffs. Let's talk about what he did last year in the playoffs and effectively checking one of the best players in the NBA in Joker. And a lot of people credit his defense on Joker in that playoff series into why they beat them. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. You want to talk about what he did 5 years ago or however long many years ago. Let's talk about what he did defensively at the five. Not at the five, but being switched on to Joker. Yeah, I mean, which is a five and stopping one of the best centers in the NBA. Yeah. But then again, you keep on going to talk about Mikal Bridges and him not playing defense. Is different when you got to be the number one option and guard the best player on the team every night. Yeah, I mean, and you can't say that he wasn't the number one option because he was. You complained most of the season that they was running the offense through Mikal and not through Cam Thomas. You was complaining about that, so you can't even say that he wasn't the number one option. So it's a different thing when you're the number one, and then you got to be the best defender on the team. He doesn't have to have that burden on the Knicks. Who don't have that burden on the Knicks? He could focus on being a great defender like he was when he was on Phoenix. You know what I mean? It's different now, bro. It's different over here. The same troubles and worries he had as being a Brooklyn Net and trying to help that poverty franchise do something. You know what I mean? Like now he don't have that worry. He's where he want to be. He's joyous. He don't have to carry the scoring load. Pause. And he could play defense like what he's supposed to do. Him and OG. And you think, if you in your mind, if you think that Cam Thomas is going to cook Mikal Bridges, you're on. You on that stuff, man. Stay off that stuff. You stay off
Yo,
that stuff. You know what I mean?
I just
Stay
want to
off that
say,
stuff.
I just want to say, I'm glad you took it here because I wasn't. And honestly, I'll try to refrain. But since we're here, let's do it. If it come down to Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges on one-on-one situations, like Mikal Bridges, he set it out where he guarding Cam Thomas all game. That's his assignment. You guys, the Knickerbockers, are losing that game. The Knicks are losing that game in every game that Mikal Bridges have to guard Cam Thomas on a one-on-one situation. Like that's his assignment. It's not going to happen. He cannot guard him. We don't. Again, like I said, they asked Cam Johnson about Mikal Bridges in the media day the other day. And Cam Johnson was like, "Yeah, you know what I mean. We gonna compete." You know what I'm saying? So again, Cam Johnson, you see how he had his career high on the Knicks. You know what I mean? Ain't no love between them. They don't hang out no more. Yeah, he got him that big contract, but we finna compete now.
He didn't do that as a net. You talking about his career high? He didn't do that as a net.
What you mean?
He didn't do his career high, Cam Johnson. He didn't do that as a net. Actually, he hasn't won against the Knicks as a net. So I don't give a fuck about Cam Johnson's career high. He ain't do it as a net. He ain't beat the Knicks once. So I don't care what he did in Phoenix. And that was in
6 verse
Phoenix. He
4,
ain't
man.
do it in Brooklyn.
It was
He got a
6 verse
season and
4,
a half.
man.
He had a season and a half. Ain't even come close to his career high against the Knicks. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. He's a bum, an overpaid bum at that.
I see it's different. I think he gonna be a villain over villain. You know what I'm saying?
I guess you got to keep hope alive, good brother. I understand. Keep
What
hope
if he a
alive.
villain? What if he like the way Mikal Bridges was acting different when he came over? Yeah, like I said,
Yo,
they was calling each other twins. They don't look nothing alike. They was
yo,
calling each other twins because they was always together. As soon as he came to the town, he was acting like it was all good. Like he, you know what I mean? Didn't want to chill with Cam Johnson no more after he got the contract. Like, yo, I gave you the contract. You ain't got, you know what I mean? Like you
come to
know what I
think
mean?
about it,
That's it. Like,
Cam
so
Johnson.
I think he could be a villain over villain. Like, yo, you try to play me. You know what I'm saying? When I
Yeah,
came to the team, you know what I mean? Like, now maybe he gonna represent. You know what I mean? Maybe
yo,
Cam Johnson gonna step up, look Mikal Bridges right in his eye, say, yo, you can't guard me. You
yo,
can't
hold on.
guard me, and the Brooklyn Nets gonna win this game. Gonna
Yo,
look Mikal Bridges right in his eye, say, yo, you can't guard me. What? Well, you don't think Cam Johnson grew a beard and all of that? You don't
I don't
think
care.
he tough? What you
No,
mean? He
he
got
not
tough
tough.
when he
Yo,
got out here.
listen, yo, look, check it. Now, come to think about it, Cam Johnson might want to be a Nick too, because all his friends is over there too. Campaign, Shamit, Mikal Bridges. And all his former teammates is in New York too. For all you know, he might want to be a Knick now too. All his guys over there.
Say it ain't so.
He
Say
might
it
want.
ain't so.
Look,
Say it
he
ain't
said,
so.
he came on here and said, Kim Johnson said when he asked about Mikal Bridges, we gonna compete. What else he supposed to say? What else he gonna say? We gonna compete. that ain't no indoctrination of I got confidence we gonna beat them. We gonna compete. Whatever happens, happens. We gonna
I'm
compete.
paraphrasing. I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say that exactly. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, y'all not sweeping us. We play y'all like November 15th or some shit like that. And like I told y'all, Nets fans, if y'all listening, just hear me out real quick, and then we could do whatever y'all want to do and talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. The way that the Brooklyn Nets could beat the Knicks is Mikal Bridges, bro. He's the weak link. All you gotta do is just keep attacking him and go into the paint. Cal ain't gonna want to get in foul trouble, so go up his chest. You know what I'm saying? We got we got Jalen Wilson, we got Zion Williams. Just go straight up his chest, cut to the basket, backdoor, and all of that. I know they know a lot about backdoor balls because of what they did to Randall. Yo, seriously, that was dirty. Y'all always talk about, oh, pocket watching. I'm pocket watching. I'm thinking about it like y'all supposed to be representing a fan base that got the love for the players and all of that. And how y'all did Randall was dirty. He could got a bigger contract than the one that y'all gave him. He sacrificed money so y'all could build a team. And when y'all built the team, y'all got him out of here instead of paying him. That shit is the business of basketball. But at the end of the day, he got done dirty because before he got there, y'all was not doing a goddamn thing. And with Jalen Brunson Jalen Brunson can't even come to the team and do what he did if Randall didn't build the team. And remember, y'all built the team off fucking Barrett and having that draft pick and the draft pick and all of that. That's when the podcast started. I told you I watched the game tapes. I watched the game tapes. Y'all did him dirty. That shit bad karma. That shit bad
Bro,
karma, man.
you know what's amazing to hear somebody talk about somebody doing somebody dirty is coming from a fan of a team that did what they did to Kenny Atkinson is ridiculous. For you to sit here and fix your face, for you to fix your face, and
What we do to Kenny Atkinson?
the guy who made the team even relevant enough for KD and Kyrie to even want to go there, y'all fired him. Y'all fired him for nothing.
We live with our mistakes.
Y'all fired him for nothing, and then you talking about
We
doing
live with our
people
mistakes.
dirty. Yo, listen, man. I got wild love for Julius Randle. Wild love. That was my guy, super supporter, Julius Randle. Absolutely. Mama Randle still follows and checks in on the Knicks and Ish page. Shout out to her. You know what I mean? And man, love for him. But after watching a few games with Cat in a Knick uniform in the preseason, I get it. I get what they saw. I get what they was looking for. And what Cat brings to the team and in the way that we could play offensively now is different. Like Jalen Brunson and Cat pick and roll is going to be one of the most unguardable things in the NBA next season. Absolutely. So I get it. You know what I mean? Do I wish it could have ended a different way for Julius Randle? Do I wish we could have probably found a way to just keep him? Absolutely, because I would love to see Julius Randle finish where he started, but Leon Rose and Worldwide West ain't steered me wrong too many times, man. They've been right way more than they've been wrong. I'll say that much. They've been right way more than they've been wrong. Can't say that for your organization and your team. But
Listen, our team, we believe what we've made right with our mistakes, and we went back to the drawing board and said we're gonna go for the draft. I think that's the focus, and my thing is direction. It's one thing to say we're gonna go here and go there, but if you're saying we're gonna go here and that's the way we're gonna go, then I'm with it. As a fan, shout to my page, that's how I'm on it. If they say, look, this is more the direction that we going. We got a young team, a lot of players out of 2021's draft. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, they're like in their third, fourth, going into their fourth year. You know, a lot of players like that, Zaire Williams and etc. But or younger, and I'm saying that to say that I like the direction. You know what I mean? We went for the championship, it didn't work, but instead of us, in my opinion, picking up free agents that's gonna come get the bag and leave. Because that's basically what it is. And I just want to say to all them free agents, the fan base ain't feeling none of that. We ain't feeling just not having teammates for more than 1 or 2 seasons. We not jacking none of that. We want to see teammates be on the same team for around 2 to 3, maybe 4 seasons. Give these guys a real solid chance, a valid chance to play together, to see how good they could be together. Stop trading a good player for another good player. Find a way to get 2 good players on the team without trading that other good player. That's why I said I don't think y'all gonna be that good without DiVincenzo. But bringing it back to the Nets, I really do feel like if we get a player like Jalen Wilson and develop him, and that's the direction we go in this season, he a player that's gonna be on the NBA roster forever. Like, but besides that, Jalen Wilson, he not starting because of Cam Johnson. If Cam Johnson and DFS wasn't there, he would start. He's a really good player. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to say a lot of the Brooklyn Nets, are known for like giving players a chance. You know what I'm saying? Or a second chance or a chance. And I like it, but at the end of the day, it does need direction. And Cam Thomas getting the keys makes sense. Obvious sense. You know what I mean? KD, Kyrie, Harden was in front of him. He not going to start. Cool. Him not being in the rotation, bad. You feel what I'm saying? But that being said, now with going into next season, him being the number 1 option, there's others about him being the top 5 scorer in the league. If he's a top 5 scorer in the league, I'm impressed. And I'm not surprised. And just so for y'all to know that I'm not just, saying that just for shits and giggles, 28 points was Jalen Brunson's points per game, and that's how much he averaged. And like I said, he gonna toggle 1 and 2 for the best scorer in the city. It's no way that you know what I'm saying. I said what I said. I said what I said. You know what I mean? He's gonna toggle for best scorer in the city. The other day, again, one of the first things I watched the game tapes. One of the first things that T-Tom said as far as Cam Thomas is a volume shooter. I know you say you don't got no beef with him now, so I'm not taking it there, but I'm just like, i.e., for example, he said volume shooting. Cam Thomas had 12 points in what, 5 shots? You know what I'm saying? So, the efficiency has been a prioritized with Cam Thomas, and it looks like we have a good coach. I know I said that about Jack Vaughn. I never really said that about Steve Nash. I tried to defend him.
You did say
I tried to defend him.
Good coach. Don't do that. You said he was a good coach. You said he was.
Yo, I don't think Steve Nash or Jack Vaughn is going to be a head coach in the NBA ever again. Like,
yeah, it's clip.
It's over for them. But I see the potential in a Jordy Fernandez. You got DFS saying that he like dogs. And then the Brooklyn Nets. Shout out to the Brooklyn Nets with the media. They doing, you know what I mean? They had put something out with Jordy Fernandez and what the players were saying about him, and he was just the work ethic and being dogs. And what I mean about dogs, I mean just real gritty, real hard working, really loyal to the win, loyal to the game. You know what I'm saying? Willing, you could coach dogs. There's like, you know what I mean? Certain guys, they go off the handle, but if you stick to the X's and O's, you stick to the bread and butter. If you all minds is one mind for the goal. You know what I'm saying? Coaching, you can see how productive it can be. So again, man, shout to the Brooklyn Nets, man. We got a good thing going. The fan base is growing. The NBA tried to do us dirty the other day. We couldn't watch the game. That's another story. I don't want to be long-winded, but like I said, I need all Nets fans, content creators to continue to create content. Go ahead.
It's grim times. Y'all need motivation. Yo, so before I start talking about the Knicks, and this is talking about the Knicks, but before I start talking about like what's happening in the season, I just want to address something. You said we're not going to be as good because we traded Dante DiVincenzo, which is absolutely false, and I'm gonna tell you why. Deuce McBride, that's one reason. Deuce McBride, I'm not saying that he's going to put up as many 3-point shots as Dante DiVincenzo, but I think he could be just as efficient. Last season, he shot 41% from 3-point range last season. and he's a really good defender. So again, then you got somebody like Tyler Colette that we just drafted, he's showing in the preseason that he's NBA ready. 23-year-old rookie. He did, and what he was the Big East Player of the Year, uh, Big East Player of the Tournament. Yeah, he's ready, NBA ready, and he could run the point.
Why are you ready? What do he do? What do he do?
His court vision, his 3-point shooting. Yeah, I mean the only worry I got about him is
How
like
many
on the
points he had?
I think he had like the first game I think he had like 8 or 9 points and he only played like the fourth quarter. And the second game I think he had like 6 or 7 coming off the bench. You know what I mean? But again, I think and
So
the reason why I mentioned him is because Deuce gets to go over to the 2 guard and do what he's good at, which is scoring, instead of trying to focus on running the second unit offensively, which is fire. You know what I mean? And then another reason why we're going to still be as good, you know what I mean, is Landry Shamet. He's a 38% 3-point shooter for his career. His whole career, he shot 38% from 3-point range. These are 2 guys that I feel that could soften soften the blow of losing Dante DiVincenzo, and we still gonna be tough defensively coming off the bench. You know what I mean? So yeah, I understand you got to find a reason to hate on the Knicks, but the reason why you hating is wrong. I like Dante, but Dante doesn't make Dante. Dante didn't make or break this team. Now moving into what I see for my team, because you had this whole soliloquy of why y'all gonna be all right and all this
I'm just
bullshit,
saying,
which is
hey,
which is trash, right? But the reason why the Knicks is going to be really good this season and be championship contenders is because defensively, we're going to give everybody fits. It's going to be disgusting work for everybody on a night-to-night basis trying to score on the Knicks. It's going to be disgusting. Cat may not be a lockdown defender or an elite defender, but he's not a cone. He's not a cone, and he can average around 2 blocks a game. We already seen him do that in his career, and we don't really lose much as a rebounder because he is a 9 to 10 rebound per game player. And you add what he does offensively, that gives the whole offense a different dynamic. You can't double team Jalen Brunson. If you do, you're going to be in trouble because guess what? Mikal Bridges is a 38% 3-point shooter.
oh,
Guess what?
hey,
You say, "Oh, please, numbers don't lie, Breeze." I like
yeah.
you got your opinion about Mikal and his shooting, but numbers don't lie. He's a 38% 3-point shooter. That's a fact. Do your Googles. And then you got OG, which is another 38% 3-point shooter. Then you got Cat, who's one of the best 3-point shooters for a big man in the whole entire NBA. Is a 40% 3-point shooter. So again, like I said, you're not going to be able to double team Jalen Brunson because if you do, you're going to pay for it. Cat can take you off the dribble. He can hit the mid-range shot. You know what I mean? Listen, man, I understand. You want to be a skeptic.
Nah, you
You
don't
want to be a
understand.
you
You
want
don't
to be a
understand after
skeptic.
this season.
No, I won't, and I'm gonna laugh at
You
no,
gonna understand later.
no,
You
no,
understand
no.
later.
I'm gonna laugh at you all the time, and you're gonna be sitting here, but he didn't do that, and he is in a net uniform because he didn't want to be there. Like I told you, he didn't want to play for your poverty franchise in that bum ass arena.
What?
He didn't want to play there. I told you, yeah, you thought I was lying, bro. Like and you sat here and debated me and talking about no, he wanted to be there, he wanted to do this and that, and I told you he didn't want to play there, he didn't want to play for that bum ass franchise, and you didn't believe me. Now he's somewhere where he want to be, playing in MSG, where he always wanted to play and loved. You feel me? So we gonna see a different Mikal Bridges than we saw in that bum ass arena you call a Barclays Center, nigga. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you talking
The
about?
Barclays is prestigious. But the
Prestigious
Barclays is
where?
prestigious. What you mean prestigious?
Only
Where? It has the mirror. The Barclays have the mirror.
no, it don't. No, it don't. It's only prestigious because the Liberty played it.
Yeah,
That's the
the Liberty play it and the Liberty give it the mirror. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I said, shout to the Barclays, shout to the Liberty. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get them game 2. Shout to the Brooklyn Nets. And yeah, man, like I told y'all, if y'all want to know how to beat the Knicks, just ask Big Fan Breezy. You attack Mikal Bridges. Yo, Deuce McBride is too small. Throw him on the post, light work. Cat can't get in foul trouble. If he get in foul trouble, they ain't got nobody on the bench. And like I said, I'm gonna call it like I see it. They ain't got Mitch Robinson until like January. This would take them out of the being contenders where they have home court advantage. Yeah, they're gonna be a playoff team, but because they're not having Mitch Robinson till January, they're gonna be in the third, fourth, fifth seed, hoping they get home court advantage. And everybody in the world want the Knicks to get home court advantage. I don't.
Yeah,
Like I said,
I've never heard.
if it's up to the Brooklyn Nets to stop y'all from getting home court advantage in an exhibition game in a regular season game, we could do it.
Wait,
We could do it.
Hold on. And us signing Jalen Brunson turned out way better than you signing KD and Kyrie ever did for your team. How that works for y'all? Like I said, poverty franchise. Soon as they got there is as soon as they wanted to leave. They wanted to get out of there. But yeah, back to you though. I've never heard somebody be so wrong in my life. Yeah, I never heard. Why you? We don't have them. You trying to say, huh?
Wrong about what? Not wrong about Cat. Got to avoid foul trouble, and if he get in foul trouble, y'all ain't got no backup center that's gonna hold it down.
You definitely wrong about that. Definitely wrong about that. Because we have more scoring options on the team than just needing our center to score. That's what's crazy. So if Cat get in trouble, we definitely got somebody who could rebound and defend, while the other guys pick up the slack in scoring. The other guys being OG and Mikal and Josh Hart. But we got Sims. Thank you. And Caporti. I can never. Caporti is valid. Caporti is valid. We got it again. What Cat brings to our team is super unique. Yeah, copy Breeze. I saw you. Yeah, what Cat brings to our team is super unique with his scoring ability. But when you talk about somebody, when we need a body just to defend and rebound the basketball while the other guys pick up the scoring slack, yes, we have Jericho Sims and Precious Achua to do that, to rebound and defend. That's what we need our backup center to do. We don't need our backup center to go out there and score a billion points, bro. We don't need that. You know what I mean? So yes, we need a body to come out there and be serviceable until we get Cat back on the floor. And we have three people that could do that. Caperti, Precious, and Sims. And then we have people that can score coming off the bench. Again, when you look at a bench player, you don't need somebody that's going to come off and average 15 points a game. You need somebody that could give you good points and good minutes. Somebody that could give you 8 to 10 points coming off the bench. That's valid. And we got a multitude of people that could do that on any given night. You got Deuce McBride that could give you anywhere from 10 to 15 coming off the bench. Then you got Landry Shamet. If he having a good night, he could light you up for 8 to 10 points coming off the bench. And in Campaign, he's streaky, but you can't sleep on Campaign like he can't play basketball, bro. Like he can't give you 8 points coming off the bench. Like, again, our team is built on team effort, not just how many points our stars could score, which is very important because we do have the stars to score, but we ain't locked into like we got mad different assets on this team that could go get a bucket, bro, and we're going to defend the best. We're going to defend the best. And if Breeze don't think we're going to sweep the Nets this year for sure, it's going to be ugly. Oh nah, you. I saw him. I was at the Garden. On when I was at the Garden. But today is Friday, Wednesday. I was at the Garden on Wednesday. Macau was making layups, dunking, getting mad steals, playing some of the best defense I've seen him play in the last 3 years. Or a year and a half. The time he was playing better defense than I've ever seen him play in the Nets jersey. Facts. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna pack the Nets up. You know what I mean? We're gonna pack the Nets up, and Breeze gonna owe me another $5. Like, if you think y'all got a chance, he's leading y'all. Matter of fact, he's led y'all down some very wrong. But Jay, that's the thing. He don't have pressure here. The pressure's not on him. The pressure's not on him in New York, bro. That's the difference. In Brooklyn, y'all was trying to make him the guy. The pressure was all on him in Brooklyn. The pressure's not on him in a Knick uniform. That's the difference, bro. That's the difference. And I was just telling them that we're gonna sweep y'all because listen, Breezy's my guy, right? Breezy's my guy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. And he means well most of the time. But Net fans, he's led y'all down some very dark and dangerous roads over the last few years. He gassed y'all up and told y'all some super nasty work over the last couple of years. Don't let him gas you up and tell you that y'all not gonna get swept this year. Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. Don't let him think that Cam Thomas alone is going to beat this version of the Knicks. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen.
I didn't say alone. I didn't say that. Again, like if we just talking basketball,
hold on.
X's and O's, I can tell you how the Brooklyn Nets could beat the Knicks.
You said Cam Johnson going to be the Villanova villain. Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah, laugh now. You know how they say laugh now. You know what I mean?
And I'm going to laugh later.
Cam Johnson, like I said, again, he got reasons. It's a whole, villains don't just become villains. Like it's a whole backstory to how they became villains. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you close with somebody, y'all cool, mad cool. Then you get to a different town and they just start acting different. You know what I'm saying? Then you just become a villain, just trying to find a way to get back. And since they play basketball, he like, next time I play Mikal Bridges, I'm gonna bust his ass. Pause. I'm promise you, Cam Johnson is somewhere training right now. 2020, you know what I'm saying? Getting ready because he got it marked on the calendar when the next time he going versus Mikal Bridges. Used to be my homie, used to be my ace. Cam Johnson is a Villanova villain. He won he not invited to the barbecues. He not invited to all of the stuff that they be going to together. Like, and then you thought they was all cool, and then DiVincenzo's get traded. What happened? And I watched the podcast because I thought that Mikal Bridges was a Brooklyn Net, loyal to the soil. You know what I mean? Only team that would give him the opportunity to be a number one option. Anyways, I'm watching it, and he talk about how Josh Hart used to bully him in college. I'm like, that's your friend? You trade DiVincenzo, but you keep Josh Hart, somebody that was bullying you in college? Y'all ain't real friends. Josh Hart, you're a bully. He give you a headlock and give you nuggies. Say, we best friends, ain't we? We best friends, ain't we? OG do the same thing. He say, hey, I'm coming in here, big cojones, give him the big contract. Nobody gonna say nothing about this contract. You, Jalen Brunson, you could be the team captain. You're gonna get a small contract. Win. What?
You do know Jalen Brunson still could have got a big contract than OG. He just decided to take the smaller contract.
OG told him to take that contract.
No. Look, here you go. Imagination. Yeah. Jalen Brunson still could have got a bigger contract than OG. He did the right thing for the team so they could continue to get help to surround him and so we could win a championship, which is what real leaders should do. But whatever, I get it. But
So what's the reason for OG taking that money? That's a real leader?
Hold on, because listen, OG's not the leader of the team. But I will tell you this: when OG was healthy, we was 20-3. When OG was healthy, he proved the fact that he was a super pivotal part of us winning. 20-3, and the plus minus splits are ridiculous. Like, it's some of the most outrageous plus. I can't remember them exactly offhand, but it's some of the worst, the best plus minus splits in NBA history. Facts. But to go back to what you were saying about Cam Johnson. Listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen, right? We're going to play the Nets, and at the end of the game, when everybody's shaking hands, he's gonna lean over to Mikal Bridges and be like, "Yo, see if you got a spot for me over there, bro. Yo, bro, it's bad over here. Yo, I appreciate you. Listen, I appreciate you giving me more money than I would ever have gotten in my whole entire career because I'm not really like that. But yeah, see if the Knicks got salary cap space to get me on the team. Like, you think I'm gonna beat Mikal Bridges? He know he can. He know that team can't beat the Knicks. Cam Johnson. That's why in your paraphrase you said we gonna compete, because he didn't say we gonna beat him. He said we gonna compete. Now you know what that means. You know what that means? We're gonna give it our best try, guys. We're gonna give it a jolly good try, guys.
Listen, it's fair for Knicks fans to think they gonna win because of Mikal Bridges.
You did. It's not just because of Mikal Bridges. It's because of the whole team. No, it's because of the whole team. It's because of the whole team. It's because that we have Mikal Bridges alongside OG Anunoby on defense, and it's because that we had Jalen Brunson and Cat on the offensive end. It's because that we have a solid bench and we have a really good head coach. This is why we're confident. It's not just because of Mikal. Mikal is a piece to the puzzle. He's a piece to the puzzle, a very good piece to the puzzle. And listen, then that's another thing about Big Fan Breeze. He did the same thing with Mikal and told you how Mikal didn't want to leave, how Mikal wanted to be in that. He told y'all that. He sat right here on this show and fed y'all that BS after T-Tom told you. Remember, T-Tom told you Mikal didn't want to be there. And Big Fan Breeze is like, no, T-Tom, you don't know what you talking about, good brother. He wants to be here. He wants to be in that. He got something, his favorite line, he got something to prove. Now he trying to give you the same bullshit about Cam Johnson, that Cam Johnson want to prove something that he could beat Mikal Bridges because Mikal Bridges did him dirty, even though Mikal Bridges is the reason why he paid in the shade. Paid in the shade because of Mikal. He owed Mikal half of that money because he wasn't going to get that bread if it wasn't for Mikal.
But he don't owe it. He don't owe him his soul. He don't owe him his spirit and competitive spirit. Just because he got him some money don't mean he's supposed to bow down. Just because he came to the town, made sure that he got the biggest contract he probably never would have got. Even if that is true, that don't mean that he just supposed to, I don't know what I'm saying, gravel at him. Like, nah, he like, yo, yeah, all that's good outside of the basketball court. But on the basketball court, I'm finna whoop your ass. You can't guard, and you ain't got no handle. You can't go left. You can't go right. Your handle is trash. I'm taking that cookies, macadamia, whatever kind of cookies I want it to be, because you can't dribble the ball. You can't dribble the basketball. I don't want to hear that shit about how he a better scorer than DiVincenzo. He ain't got no catch and shoot game like that. And on top of him not having no catch and shoot game like that, he ain't got no handle like that. If he ain't working on his handle, if he ain't somewhere dribbling the basketball right now, working on his 1-2, then he gonna get the easily basket of cookies.
Yeah, you know what's bad funny? You talk about Mikal can't defend, but you acting like Cam Johnson can't. He can't defend. Cam Johnson don't play no defense, bro. He don't play no defense, bro. What are we talking about? He
gonna play defense. The way Jordy Fernandez, the way I'm hearing, from what I'm hearing, he ain't gonna get no minutes if he don't play no defense.
you don't have no like visual reference to call to be like Cam Johnson plays defense. You don't, because he doesn't. I have visual reference from what he did before he was a Net into what I saw at the Garden on Wednesday, that Macau plays defense.
Wizard players?
Huh?
Wizard players, right?
Bro, it don't matter if it's gonna be Wizards players. It could be Wizards
I
players. It
just
could be
want to
Nets
get this
players.
play. We talking about the Wizards, right?
On Wednesday. But I also seen him play A1 defense when he was a Sun on some of the best players in the NBA. Again, you act like you don't understand that is a different level of effort that it takes to be consistently good on defensive end and be the number one option on the offensive end. It's a different level. It's different. It's not the same. You act like you can't comprehend that. Like I don't, and the sad part is, I know you're smart enough to comprehend it, but you want to act like you want to act like you want to act like no. Listen, we're gonna pack y'all up, and it's gonna be glorious. We're gonna pack up a lot of the teams that you think that we not strong enough to beat, and Macau's gonna be a big part of that. And I'm gonna come on this show, and I'm going to laugh. And I'm going to make so much fun of you because you sitting here talking all this malarkey. You said Macau Bridges can't shoot, and that man is a 37%, 37.5. So we're going to round up. You know how we do. 38% three-point shooter for his career, bro. For his whole career, he shot 38% from three-point range. So again, you can feel how you want to feel and say that he can't shoot, but the numbers don't lie. He can shoot, and he's about to get more open three-pointers than he's ever gotten in his whole entire career. More than his whole entire career. And you know why? Because people want to. You don't know. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna educate you. You could be in the Nile ain't just a river in Egypt, Breeze. The Nile ain't just a river in Egypt. But listen, you already know what they're going to have to do to JB, because no, you can't check JB one-on-one. That's a fact. You can't do it. So they're going to try to send help. The ball's going to be swinging. Pause. That was crazy. Hey, yo, the basketball is going to be passed around, and it's going to be a lot of open three-point shots to be had. A lot. And Macau is going to benefit from a lot of that. He's going to benefit from a lot of that. It's the difference between him getting the ball and Jack Vaughn not knowing how to fucking coach and don't got no good offensive plays. So Macau got to stand on the fucking wing and try to create offense for himself, which is not really his game. So now he's taking contested three-point shots, and then he still end up shooting 37% from the three-point range doing that. So again, you say he can't shoot, but you just mad because your team was losing. But the numbers say that Macau shot 37% from three-point range last season. That's above league average. So obviously he can shoot, and he was doing it off the dribble, taking contested three-point shots. I know. You bitter like you just ate a lemon. It's okay, Breeze. I understand.
Bro, I'm just waiting for my turn. Like, I'm not finna cut you off.
It's your turn.
Bro, like, those stats are all, bro. I seen him in the clutch, and he not doing none of that. Only those numbers you see is all garbage points. All of those shits that he do in the clutch is all misses, all layups, all misses. No dunks when he go to the basket, missing free throws, complaining about the crowd. How dare you? How dare you have the audacity to blame us, the fans that came to support you, and say that just because you don't have no understanding that these same fans is from the same place and the Knicks been here forever. You ain't never had no love for the Brooklyn Nets. And I just want to make this clear since T-Tom keep bringing it up. For one, I never said he wasn't a good shooter. What I said was in the clutch, he can't shoot. He not the guy.
So you said he can't shoot. The word you used, he can't shoot.
I'll double down on that. He can't shoot in the fourth quarter. When it matters for him to get the basketball in the fourth quarter in a clutch for him to have the ball passed around, and he's the guy that has to take the last shot on the Brooklyn Nets. Jalen Wilson will block that shit. Noah Clowney will block that shit. Y'all can't beat us.
Yo,
Just
yo,
can't beat us. Talk about they contending for a
yo,
championship, bro. Y'all can't beat the Brooklyn Nets.
that's
Yo, I
you.
can tell you
Now
many different
I
ways
know.
how the
Now I
Brooklyn
know
Nets
you
can beat the Knicks.
Now I know you
And you,
delusional. I
and
know
you
you delusional.
avoided what I said. I know I had the dad
No,
duty,
you talk a
but
lot,
what I
bro.
said
You
was,
talk about. I
if
don't.
we
Hold on.
attack Cat,
Time out.
foul
I don't.
trouble.
I don't avoid nothing you say. You talk a lot. So it's a lot that I have to cover, and you talk in large spaces. Like you start one end, and then you be on the other end of the football field with a whole different topic. So I have to try to backtrack and answer every single thing. Never avoid nothing you say. But go ahead, continue.
Cat put him in foul trouble. Nobody ain't worried about Sims or whoever else you got off the
No,
bench.
I answered that. You were gone, but I
Right,
answered that.
right,
And
right,
then yeah.
right. Yeah, but
So
again, like I said, I don't think y'all better than the Brooklyn Nets like that for y'all as far as contract for y'all to be contending on a championship and looking contrast. Bro, I don't see y'all as a threat, and I don't think Josh Hart can impact rebound in the same way he would if Hartstein and Mitch Robinson was there. And the reason why I said that when we were in fourth and fifth place, I see the Brooklyn Nets on how we could attack Cat and make him the defender that he don't want to be, and the reason why Rudy Gobert was on the Wolves in the first place. And you see with Cat at the center before Rudy Gobert was there, they was nowhere close. Anytime Cat is the primary defender, the team is not that good. I don't give a fuck what you think it was. When you look at the stats, that's what it say. Now, case in
that's not
point
what it
is,
says. That's not what it
so
says.
why they get knocked out the first round if that they good? If they
Again,
that good?
I explained that again already, but I'll explain it again since you can't remember.
But I'm
Again,
saying from what you said to what I
okay,
said,
again, I'll explain it again since you can't
man,
remember. You said
I
they got
heard
knocked
you,
out.
but I'm just saying my shit
They
just
not
don't weigh that.
now. It don't at all. It don't
I'm
at
just
all.
saying.
So now they got Rudy Gobert. The reason why they went further is not because they got Rudy Gobert playing the five, is because they got Ant Edwards. That's the difference maker. That's the difference maker. Ant Edwards. Ant Edwards is the difference maker on that team. What are you talking about? Because they got Rudy Gobert, that's why they went further. That's cap. That's super nasty work. And as far as why they got bumped the first round, I already told you. Jimmy Butler wanted out of there. He was the post. They were supposed to be the Batman and Robin on that team. Jimmy Butler created a weird situation in that locker room, and he wanted to get paid, and the Wolves wasn't trying to give him bread. So yeah, Jimmy Butler was checked out. He already knew he wasn't going to get an extension over in Minnesota, and he checked out. That ain't all on Cat. That ain't all on Cat. Are you serious? But like again, and I explained, you're talking about back then. Let's talk about last season when shit was on the line and shit was hitting the fan, and they said, "Nah, we not gonna put Rudy Gobert, who's the best defender at five, on Joker. We gonna put Cat on Joker." And Cat slowed all that shit down at the five. So what are you talking about, bro? Cat slowed all that. Joker, you talking about what, 3-time MVP, 3-time MVP, arguably the best center in the NBA right now is between him and Embiid. And the guy that you said is not good defensively, they put him on him, and he slowed his shit down. That's why they got the W and got to go face the Mavericks. Like, come on, bro. You talking real rubbish right now, bro. It's real rubbish.
I don't know. I'm just saying, as Cat as the primary defender that never won nothing for real. And again,
I
we
just
talk
told
about players.
he
Hold on,
sent
I
them
heard what
him as the primary defender sent them to the Western Conference Finals. What are you talking about?
bro, you got Rudy Gobert, one of a depoy on the weak side on defense, bro. All of that shit you talking does not happen, and he can never do that if Rudy Gobert is not playing defense on the weak side. You speak on it as if you don't know that, in the sense where I have to articulate that part of it
Rudy
because
Go
it's a big part of my debate.
Rudy Go
You know what I'm saying?
Rudy
Like,
Gobert is like that. If Rudy Gobert is so much like that, why was he the one that the head coach decided we gonna keep you on Joker because you like that defensively? No, they put Cat on Joker, and everybody who watched that series will tell you that Cat is one of the main reasons why they won that series, and it's because of his defense on Joker. Not Rudy Gobert's defense on Joker, Cat's defense on Joker. So again, I'm not saying Cat is a depoy candidate. I'm saying Cat ain't no cone, bro. And this is coming
I'm
from
not
somebody who
saying he's
did.
a cone, but he got to stay out of foul trouble, being the number one defense, the primary defender on the Knicks. How you gonna stay out of foul trouble and score the ball? That's a lot. Rudy Gobert took a lot of pressure off of him.
Bro, again, yes, he does have to stay out of foul trouble. Everybody does. Duh. You feel me? But we have other people that could defend at the 5 on our team. That's adequate. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like if Cat get in foul trouble, oh, the game's over. No, that's not how that works for this team, gang. It's not. Like, will we want Cat on the court? Absolutely. Does him being on the court increases our chances of winning exponentially? Absolutely. He's a multiple-time All-Star, All NBA type player. Of course, we want him on the court, but if he goes to the bench, there's a plan B with this team. We have other guys that can up their efforts on the offensive end, and we got guys who could play the 5 that could suffice enough in rebounding and playing defense that could keep us afloat. And that's the point I'm making. That's why what you're saying is rubbish.
Once again, I disagree. And I'll leave with this. None of those players are a better playoff player than DiVincenzo. When you look at DiVincenzo's experience as a player to the roster that y'all got as far as on your bench, all those players, Shamed, whoever, all of those players haven't done more than what DiVincenzo did as a playoff player. So all that shit you talking about, my shit is rubbish. I disagree. I think you should validate what I'm saying with my basketball knowledge, because at the end of the day,
no, I'm
this
not
is
going to
about
validate.
hold on. This is about the Knicks in the playoffs. And we all know that the Knicks are going to the playoffs. And when you think about the playoff players that when you actually get to the nitty gritty of it, you'll see that DiVincenzo is a better playoff player than anybody you got on your bench. Facts.
So no. So now when you talk about DiVincenzo's playoff experience, his best,
even Mikal Bridges.
His best. Well, that's not true. Mikal Bridges been to the finals and was a big part of his team going to the finals when he was playing. But DiVincenzo, he was injured. He didn't play.
But he contributed on the way there.
Mikal played in the finals. DiVincenzo didn't. Again, and he contributed, but he wasn't. Last year was his best year ever in the playoffs, and it's not even close. And I like Devo, and I'm not trying to shit on him, but last year was his best year in the playoffs, and it's not even close. Not even close. The night and day, and the only reason why he got that opportunity to do that is because we were hurt. Because if we weren't hurt, he wouldn't have got all those shots. Now, Campaign has an extensive playoff record. I watched him go crazy against the Knicks when he was on Philly in the first round. So again, I'm not trying to say Campaign is better. I'm saying we got people to soften that blow. Pause. I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to say none of these guys is better. The way you make it seem like everybody is ass and Dante DiVincenzo is Jamal Crawford. Like, he's not Jamal Crawford, bro. He's not Lemon Pepper Lou. He's not those guys. And I like Dante. But I'm saying that the gap between Dante and Deuce McBride is not that vast, bro. It's not. It's not. And I understand you don't know this because you don't watch that many Knicks games, but it's not that vast, the difference between those guys. The gap. I give Dante the edge, but it's not that vast. But go ahead.
Nah, I'm done. All I wanted to say is, again, like I said, this is the preseason. I'm glad basketball is back. Shout out to all the Nets fans. We the best fans. The KvN game went down. I beat T-Time. It's pretty much my net fan glory since our team not supposed to be that good. But I don't think that we're going to get swept this year. Those two things. Those two things I wanted to say. And the Nets, we play Monday. We play the Wizards Monday. I think I got to work on Sunday, but 11 is 2. No, 10 to 2. There's practice in the park, 258 Park. That's on Halsey and Marcy. If you're a Nets fan, pull up. That's lit. You know what I'm saying? Shout to the Nets fans. We the best fans. Pull
Copy.
up to them. You know what I mean? That's going to be great. You know what I mean? You get to meet the players, get to see the players. 258 Park is a beautiful park. It's like a few full courts. It's really great. But yeah, man, that's how I feel about that, man. I ain't got no more to say about the Knicks and how we better than the Knicks and how we could beat the Knicks. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
neither one
I,
of
I,
those
re-
things are true.
I really want. I really wanted this. All I really wanted to pop my shit and say is, when it come down to that fan game, I take it serious. You know, T Tom said I was never gonna beat him in my net fan life. I proved that wrong. You know, I said that I was gonna do it. I practiced for it all. You see, the summer. I knew that he was going to cut off my right because I won the game. The game that I did win, it was because I went to my right with a midi. So I figured that he probably watched the game tapes and figured
I didn't.
that he'll cut that off and I
Yeah,
won't have that option to score. So I've worked on my left all
and
summer, getting ready
that's
for
not why
this
you
game.
won. That's not why you won.
And I really feel like I won because my
No, no, no.
side
That's not
midi,
why you won. That's not. That's
left side
definitely
midi was
not why
looking
you won.
pretty.
That's definitely not why you won. Yeah, listen. I'm not trying to take away from your W. You won, but you won because I was out of gas and you got like 800 offensive rebounds. That's why you won. That's why you won. It's not because
That's
you
part of
worked.
it.
No, hold on. Let's not paint this imaginary picture that I grind all summer. I was going to my left. I was going to my left, and it was cash. Nah, it wasn't. It was a brick fest on both sides. You got like a million offensive rebounds, and I stopped running halfway through the game. You know what I mean? So congratulations to you. Yeah, I mean, fresh off the couch. You know what I mean? You fresh off the couch. I did not
Listen,
grind all summer. I was in the crib. I was in the crib. I was working. I was taking care of my kid. Yeah, I mean, I did not grind all summer, but he won. He won. Yeah, I mean, but next year it's not gonna happen. It's gonna be bad next year. It's gonna be bad next year. It's gonna be bad next year.
uh, I don't know about what's going to happen next year. I will say that that was a great
No, it's gonna be bad.
park.
I'm
It was
yeah.
a great park that we picked. Actually, there was content creators. All the smoke was out there. Matt Barnes and Steven Jack. They had a crew out there playing basketball. I was in the tourney. I got knocked out. I didn't want to stay longer because I came with my son and I wanted to hoop with my son. I didn't want to just leave my son and not hoop with my son because of that game. Even though I guess it would have been cool. All you would have got was a lighter, a hat, and all of that. I just play basketball with my son. But shout to all the smoke and then. But it was a beautiful park. There was colorful courts. It was really a beautiful park. You know what I'm saying? It had one full. No, it had two fulls. There's four courts, two
Yeah.
fulls, and it had this electronic court. The name of the park is Tompkins
Electronic
Square Park.
basketball. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
The electronic
electronic
basketball. Yeah.
backboard. Yeah, and it like records you. They call it the Fed court. I was crying, but they said that it was uh no, it's like a counter. It's a counter on the backboard. It's kind of like Dave and Buster's. You ever go to Dave and
Yeah.
Buster's and they got that machine right there? It's like
Yeah.
that at a real park. So that it
It
was
tracks your
official.
misses and makes and shit. Yeah, it tracks your misses and makes and shit. Yeah, I mean, give you the
Mm-hmm.
percentage, of your like yeah. Nah, it's
Mm-hmm.
fire. It's fire. Definitely a dope part. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was good times. But Jay, we gotta take donations for that. That shit is expensive, bro. I ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
lie. I looked into it. I was telling Big Fan Breezy a while ago that's something that I wanted to do, but that shit is expensive. So if everybody's serious about it, we gotta book it. We gotta plan it a few months in advance. When I say a few months, I mean like if we're gonna do it, we talking about damn near end of the season type shit. You know what I mean? Like so we gotta organize if you're really trying to do that. But yeah, it was a dope. Not as many people showed up as we would have liked, and that's probably because of us and our fault. Yeah, I mean,
Switching
just
it.
moving the date around and not being like super transparent when we're gonna do it.
Mhm.
But it was still a vibe. Yeah, I mean, still a vibe.
Yeah,
Still had a great time. Shout out to JJ Jackson and Barry for pulling up. Yeah, I
facts.
mean, definitely a vibe. But yeah, we want next summer is gonna be bad for Breezy. Promise you.
Yeah, listen,
Promise you.
man.
Promise
I
you.
know. I know. Part of the reason why I won is because of conditioning, because of the
A lot of the
consistent
reasons.
running. Yeah, like I said, like, and let's call it what it is. If I recap the Brooklyn Nets, I'll recap this game real quick. It got the 4-4, but to get to 4-4 was tough. He took a timeout at 4-4, and I think that was the separator. You know what I'm saying? I had gas after 4-4, and he pretty much did. And my thing is, I knew that I played that into my game that since we aired, we talking about it because he said he was right off the couch. Now I know he was going to the gym. I'm competitive like that. You know what I'm saying? He said he was going to the gym, so I knew he was going to be strong and shit. You know what I'm saying? For us, like on some, I know I ain't gonna be able to post him the way I want. And even if you see the footage, you could see I wasn't really trying to post him. Yeah, I played with my back towards him because my hand went
You
like
tried
how
once.
he was hurting type shit.
You
But
tried to post me up once and it
yeah,
bought it.
yeah, like I don't, I know not. Yeah, you gotta. It's different defenders. You do different things with different defenders. So I knew that necessarily that's not how I was going to win this game. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really get into that. But I said that to say I knew that this game would happen. Even though I knew we were switching days and all of this and that, I figured, nah, it's better to be ready than get ready. You know what I'm saying? So I knew to be ready for this all summer. I was waiting for this game the entire summer. T Times, his photo on his Facebook, the shit reminded me every time I seen that. I didn't switch it to that. I kind of wanted to be petty enough to do that, but I didn't get around to it. I
It
probably
ain't
do it
it ain't
sometime
as
in the
cool with a layup.
future.
It ain't as cool
Mhm.
with a layup. It's not as cool with a
Yeah,
layup. Uh,
I'll
uh,
take a layup.
uncontested,
You know what I'm saying? I'll
uncontested
take a
layup
layup.
is not as cool. Uncontested layup is not as cool. That's all I'm
Yeah, a
saying.
win is a win. A win is a win.
I'm
Like
not
I,
I'm not knocking the win. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking the win.
yo,
You won. You won fair and square. You know what I mean? But he's talking this soliloquy like it was this masterful strategy that won him the game. It wasn't. It wasn't. We were shooting. Look, we both were shooting bricks, right? Both shooting bricks. Heavy bricklaying. We could have built a house, and he just got more of his offensive rebounds. That's why he won. It's
I guess it's easy to say that, man. But
because that's what happened.
listen,
I
I
was
was
there too,
definitely.
bro.
I know. Again, I lost to JJ like that. He got an offensive rebound. Thought I was going to get a simple defensive rebound. He got the offensive rebound, scored the ball, and won the game. So I know how offensive rebounds can hurt, and I took that into the game with T-Time. You know what I'm saying? Like I already played like 2 games before I played T-Time. I think I played T-Time the third game. So I'm saying that to say, again, like I said, conditioning. You know what I'm saying? It's again, like I said, it was 4-4. Then I went up, and then I had it a good lead. I think 8-4, and then you made it 8-6, and then I made it 10-6. Then you made it 10-8, and then I scored 11. So you know what I'm saying? After fourth, I had the lead, and I never looked back. You know what I mean? Now again, I don't want to romanticize how this whole thing played out, but I gotta say that Nets fans got to win that day. You know
Bro,
what I'm saying? That's
bro.
all I'm
If
saying.
if y'all on Big Fan Breezy's Facebook page, please go watch the game. So you can see it's nothing like he's making it sound like, bro. It was an ugly game. It was an ugly game on both ends. Yeah, I mean, like it was ugly. It was a brick city. Yeah, it was brick city out there, man. But he got the dub, and I promise y'all, it's gonna get dark for Breezy next year. It's gonna get dark for him next year. I promise y'all. I
Yo,
promise
man.
y'all. I promise y'all. Breeze, you know I don't like my guy Jay. I hope you was. Yeah, I hope you was smiling when you hand him that hat. That my boy Jay to be too cool to smile, man.
He he
Yeah.
he he handed me the hat and ran away. Like,
Nah, that's my guy, Jay. He's a cool kid, man. But
yeah,
yeah. It's gonna get dark for Breezy next year. I promise y'all that. Breezy know I don't like losing. So yeah.
yeah. It's so wild, right? Because I know we both competitive, and it seems so kind of crazy to wait all the way to next summer to play this game. Like this shit is hilarious. Like I seen T Town Facebook for like a whole year. Just like shit is crazy.
Mm,
Like you know what I'm saying. So I really wanted to win this game. No lie.
mm. Yeah, nah, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna get dark. It's gonna get dark next year. Yeah. Yeah, I might actually spend a whole like 2 weeks getting ready. It's
Get
gonna
ready,
get
man.
dark.
Yo, this could be a thing, man. I'll be in the park. I think if you know what I'm saying, we'll get into that another time. But yeah, man, I like what's going on with this KV. I'm glad the podcast in the fan game. I'm glad we started this. And again, shout out to Jack City, shout out to Barry. They've been big supporters helping us do it, helping us keep it together, helping us keep it going. I met Barry the first day we did it, pulled up
Yeah,
from wherever he was at while we was live playing basketball, one of the best basketball. That shit could be in the movie. You know what I'm saying? That shit was real life. That's a real basketball story. You know what I mean?
yeah. But let's not act like I left the park with no W's. I got a W that day. That's all I'm saying. I got a W.
I didn't
Shout out,
like Jack City on my team, man. I ain't like Jack
shout out,
City on my team, man.
shout out to Barry, man. Barry, yeah, thank you, Barry. I didn't leave with just L's. You know what I mean? I left the park
I
one
felt like
on one,
Barry should have been
one
on
and
my
one.
team. I felt because he
Uh,
never was a Knicks fan, but he at least used to be a Nets fan. Like I
nah,
feel like
but
Barry should have been on my team, man.
once KD left, he started shitting on y'all bad. He might as well be a Knicks fan now. He
Nah, I
started
forgave
shitting
him.
on
I
y'all
forgave
bad.
him. I forgave him. I wasn't worried about none of that day. I forgave him already, but I didn't like.
Yeah, nah.
I wasn't mad at none of that.
Once
Like,
KD
but
left, he started shitting on y'all bad, and he started talking crazy about Ben Simmons. He
but
every day on your Facebook page talking crazy.
yeah, he was trolling Ben Simmons, rightfully so. Though it's hard to say that he was right about Ben Simmons.
Oh
It is
man,
what it is. It
I
is what
forgot
it
y'all still
is.
got that guy on your team, man. And you talking about
Mm-hmm.
y'all gonna beat the Knicks with Ben Simmons on your team as well.
Bro, we not the guy that's it's gonna be contingent on whether he does this or that. We're gonna win with Ben Simmons on the team because he's on the roster. But trust me, we got more talent than Ben Simmons on that team. Zaire
Bro,
Williams gonna give a hard time to Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges might be scoreless because of Zaire Williams.
y'all cooked, bro. Y'all cooked. It's gonna be bad, bro. It's gonna be
Zaire
bad.
Williams might lock up
It's gonna be
Mikal
bad.
Bridges, man. I
Oh, it's
don't
gonna be
know,
bad.
man.
I wish this game was earlier in the season so I
I
could come
think
back
it's
here
over
and
with
laugh.
the KC.
So I could come back here and laugh, and then you can give your soliloquies of why it happened and what the coach should have did better. And instead of just saying that the Knicks are a better team right now, you know what I mean? Which is obviously a fact. You know what I mean? Like, but I get it.
That's- this is still debatable, Jay. This is debatable, because the sorry defense that he played on Barry that game was atrocious. Like he just let Barry have his way. Pause.
uh,
I just like I
bro,
tried at least. You know what I mean?
I'm about to say
But
Barry was giving you buckets. What are you talking
no,
about?
I tried. I gave effort. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Like, but y'all had
uh,
11 points in the win. He had at least six, seven, about seven on JJ. You know what I'm saying?
listen, man, I scored 3 points. I scored 3 points. Yeah.
Right, so
Yo,
it was a good
keep it a
game,
buck, keep it a
man.
buck, Breezy. When we was playing a 2-on-2, I said, "Oh man, this 1-on-1 is about to be bad."
Oh
I knew I
yeah,
was cooked. I was like, "Yo, we We didn't even make it to like 4 points in the one-on-one, and I was like, oh nah.
He was mad at me that first year I called that timeout, bro. Like it was
No,
July 1st.
no, bro.
Oh yeah, no, that
No,
was
no.
other
That,
thing.
that, the first time we played one-on-one, you called 15 timeouts, bro.
Yeah, that day was crazy, yeah. Jay got the
Nah,
footage. Jay fast forward man of that footage. That day we was putting up bricks
yeah.
like crazy. That shit was wild.
Bro, we was both tired as a mom, man. Word.
Yeah, nah,
You
that was
know,
good times, though,
they,
man. Good times.
yeah,
Hopefully, this
absolutely.
it could expand. Pause. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
this could, I think it will, man.
Yeah,
Give it time.
we we gonna plan it better. You know what I mean? Make sure because you also got to remember that everybody adults and they have lives and work and children and family and other obligations. So to
Sure.
kind of spring, come and chill with us at the park on somebody like a week before. It's kind of rough at this age. You feel me? Like because again, a lot of the people who watch us are you know past mid 30s. You feel me? Like our crowd is basically more of an older crowd. So yeah, for them to be like, yeah, I'm gonna just cancel all my plans to go to the park. I mean, my wife wanted to go to the supermarket today and do all this other stuff, but I'm gonna tell her no, so I can go to the park. Yeah, it don't work like that. They gotta
Yeah.
pencil that into the calendar. yo, babe, on this day, a month from now, me day. I'm going to, you know what I mean? But yeah,
I'll try to one day. Again, we'll get back to this another time. One day, maybe it grow to a 5v5, and I will be coaches. Listen, I ain't gonna play forever. I don't know how long I could play in my 40s, but trust me, I ain't played basketball since that day Saturday. I went to the park today. I played a little bit, but yeah, I wasn't. Somebody asked me like, "Yo, y'all want to play?" I was like, "Nah, I ain't playing it." I mean,
gang.
so I'll play that
Yesterday,
one game, and my schedule would be like once a week or once every 2 weeks. That's the max I could do as a
yeah,
player. I'll be needing
yeah.
recovery time. Let me just tell you that shit right now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yesterday, today I'm good, but yesterday my legs were still a little bit sore. Yesterday, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna
real, bro. I'm telling you, man. Like,
lie. And
serious.
I'm watching the game footage, and I'm like, look how I'm walking around. I'm like, damn, I'm old, bro. Like, look how I'm walking around. Like, I'm hurt, bro. Like,
It take a lot to stay in shape, and you know what I'm saying. As you get your tomorrows, I'll say that.
yeah,
You gotta be consistent with that. And again, if you don't do much with weights, don't forget that cardio, man, because the cardio, you know, is the endurance. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. You're gonna be out there playing. I'm telling you, 4-4. That shit was competitive. I think he went up to like 3-1. Then I tied it up 3-3. At 3-3, I think we took a break too. Like I was on the gate.
nah, we nah.
uh,
In our game, we took the break at 4-4. I
oh,
think
it
I
was
shot it.
4-4.
I think I
Yeah, I
shot
was
an
on.
air ball. I think I shot an air ball or some shit like that. I was like, yo, old nigga timeout. Hold on.
Yo, I was on the gate like this, bro. Like shit was
I had to
real, bro.
I had to go get some agua and all that, bro. Facts. Nah,
Thanks,
but
man.
good times, good times. I gotta be out of here. I gotta get up a while early in the morning. So,
Yeah, yeah, me too, man.
yo, shout out to everybody that pulled up tonight. You already know the vibe. Sharing is caring. You know how we do. And we
Yeah.
see y'all next Friday. Facts. I mean,
Uh,
same. God willing, same bad time, same bad channel.
right. Same fan
Well,
time, same fan channel. Let's say that.
yeah, say fact. All right, I just wanted to make sure we were still live because it's frozen on my end. Like I'm watching on my phone. Are we still live?
Yeah.
Well, they commenting, so we still live. All right.